Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads Mahabharata 1. As you may remember, we're going through all 4 of the holy books again, because that's what you do with holy books. They're worth reading again and again. Chapter 1, On the Banks of the Ganga. The king had always been fond of hunting. It was a passion with him. He had reached the banks of the river Ganga. It was there he saw her like a vision. There she stood, her skin glowing like gold. Her eyes were large and luminous, and her hair, which she was combing with her fingers, was long, looking like the proverbial Rahu trying to envelop the moon. He stood rooted to the spot, drinking her with his eyes. It seemed to him that a nymph from the high heavens had descended on the earth to feast his eyes, and his eyes alone. He approached her. She turned on hearing the noise and looked at him. A blush suffused her face, which became downcast. A smile hovered on her lips. Her toe was tracing patterns on the ground below, and her fingers, which were like ivory sticks, twined and untwined the strands of her dark hair. A moment later, she lifted her eyes and looked at him. He knew then that she cared for him. He went near her. He took her reluctant hand in his and said, "You are so very beautiful. I want you to be mine. I am Santanu, the king of Hastinapura. I love you. I cannot live without you." She smiled and said, "The moment I looked at you, I knew that I had to be yours. I will be your queen. But there is one condition. You must not cross me in anything at any time. The moment you displease me, I will go away from you and never return." "So be it," said the lovelorn monarch, and led her to his city. She was to him the ideal wife, a companion in every sense of the word. She pleased him immensely with her charm, her beauty, her sweet words, and her many good qualities. He lost count of time when he was with her. She was called Ganga. Days passed by, months too. Ganga bore the king a son. His joy was immense. At last, a son and heir had been born to adorn the time-honored throne of the great Pauravas. He hastened to the queen's chambers. He was told that she was not there. He heard that she had hurried to the banks of the river Ganga with the newborn child clasped in her arms. He could not understand. He hurried to the river bank. There his horrified eyes saw a scene which he could never blot out from his mind. Ganga, his dear, beloved Ganga, had just flung the newborn child into the river. There was a look on her face which teased him for days together. She looked as though a great load was off her mind. He wanted to ask her, but he could not. He remembered the promise he'd given her that he would never cross her and displease her. It happened again a year later, and again 7 of the king's sons were thrown into the river by Ganga. The king was silent. Love, they say, is blind, but no, it is an extra eye which sees only the good in the beloved, blind to all other faults. Ganga meant his very life to the king, but then the desire for an heir was great. He knew no peace. A year passed thus. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.